Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Doyce, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. In the last episode, we dug really far down. I really should put a piece of cobblestone on this. We dug down, discovered a mine shaft buried deep below, and used that to kind of keep cool a little bit. We got a reward bag, which gave us 2 cobblestone generators, which is amazing. We ended up making the furnace, which I'm gonna go ahead and let's get a little bit of wood. Actually, let's see, burn time 300, 100. So 600 becomes 400. Nope, no thank you. So let's go ahead and cook those up. And that'll get us a little bit of iron, which we're going to use pretty much immediately. So, yeah. So, I went between episodes. I slept, the sandstorm went away. And, yeah, there is a bunch of this placeable sand. You can see it around the wall, especially on this side, where the sandstorm was going that direction. So, there's sand all over the place, which is why we're going to use sand. The cobblestone didn't break, but I think sand is going to be a lot easier to get. And secret, this placeable sand layers, you can use this to make sand, so that's also really cool. I want to see, so we have a water source here, which is not helpful today. And yeah, there's all this water. There's water there. We're probably gonna start burning up, so let's get back inside. I went ahead and infested a tree because I want to try to get the infested leaves today and start getting some work done. So let's head down here. I'm actually gonna light this up. And I think I want to break this. Cool. So this should keep us a lot cooler. But I am worried about trying to like dig around too much down here because of that. There is a mine shaft down here, unfortunately. So I don't think. All right, it might be a little bit cheaty, but I really like using this tough as nail temperature gauge basic thing, and hopefully we'll see how our temperature is going. Luckily torches don't count as a heat source, which is really nice. We can make torches really easily and we can light up our place. And the only other thing I can figure that we might want to do is put some water down here, but we'll have to dig down deeper, and that's going to be a problem. I don't think our temperature changed, but it's getting later in the day, so I guess we can go ahead and talk about what it is I want to do today. So we need some salt. We need the infested leaves. We're gonna get those because that'll allow us to sift some more. So let's see, cutting board. We're gonna want salt. Oh, I have to actually get that correct if I can spell salt. What is that? It's water, sand, and glass will give us 2 salt. So that's good to know. And then I think the fresh water is just, just a bucket of water will give you 2 or 1. I'm not sure which, but that's not too bad to do. So I have all of this stuff up. I want to see how bad it is. So mixing bowl is easy. Juicer should be pretty easy as well. Mortar and pestle is easy, and then cutting board does require a piece of iron or copper, but we can handle that, so not too much of a concern. Let's head back up, and we're gonna go jump into the water, and hopefully that'll help our temperature. So I've been looking up a little bit of like tips and tricks for this mod pack. One of the big things that I was looking for is food and kind of the walls, kind of suggestions on that kind of stuff. We are really hot, so let's cool off in here, and hopefully this will drop our temperature. There we go. We should live now. Hopefully. 13 more seconds of this, but our temperature is going to be dropping quite quickly. 4. We're going to get one more tick of damage. And we're almost dead. Alright, so this should cool us off very quickly. Which is what I want. So we need to eat a lot in order to get anything back to normal. So looks like our temperature is going to fall a little bit more, not much more. So we should be good to go ahead and make a couple of things. So the next thing we're going to need is 1, 2, 3 stone. I want to step away from that, make sure I'm far enough away. Let's go ahead and try to get this quest done because it's going to give us some stuff. So there's the mixing bowl. Juice requires stone. The mortar and pestle is just some... it's also stone. Not a problem. So we put those in there. We'll get the juicer, which we're going to go ahead and immediately use. So there's the juicer, and then we're going to combine that with a couple apples, and this will make us some apple juice, I thought. Do I need to do something else with that? It's 2 apples. Okay, well, I can handle that. That'll be good enough for right now. At least give us a little bit of food. Alright, let's jump into the water. This will cool us off pretty quickly. And we're going to go down to like 12. So we should be good for the next day. And we'll go sleep here in a moment. So, yeah, he is such a pain. We have half a heart. We really can't overheat now. But we have the rest of the stone that we need, so we should be able to make the mortar and pestle. And the last thing we need is the cutting board. So we're going to take these two and we're going to make shears. And then I have another piece of iron, and we're going to go ahead and make cutting board once we get another piece of wood. And there's the cutting board. So that should be a quest, and it is awesome. We are going to get a whole bunch of different stuff, including food. I want to eat this immediately, and that's going to heal us. That is awesome. I really need to make another chest, so let's do that. We're just going to put this right here, and this will be our food chest. How about that? So any type of food stuff will go in here. And we also have, let's see, cooked silkworms. Alright, so that's good enough. So we take a look at the quests. That unlocked a couple more. So Hunger Games rice. You can use a watering can. So yeah, I'm not sure I want to do that quite yet. But what I do want to do is, can we... Okay, let's see. We can clear out this stuff. And I want to see dirt. We can make dirt using piles of dirt, but composting. So wood chippings, sugarcane, do leaves work? That's what I want to see. I'm not entirely sure, but if they do, that's awesome. If they don't, wow, it takes 200 gas tiers. Why would you do that? Alright, so 8 saplings. 10 cactuses. No, leaves do not work. So shearing leaves does not work. Wood chippings we can get by hammering logs. And it looks like it's a decent chance to get a little bit of them. So we could always hammer logs as well to get more stuff. But I just wanted to see that. So let's see, what can we do? Let's clean up our inventory just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And you know what, let's get 1, 2, 3. 3 logs. And ladders can go in there. Sticks I'll keep on me. Silkworms can stay. The canteen I don't know that we're going to use. I was looking at this. Evidently we'd need a rain collector to fill it up. But I don't really want to do it that way. So who knows. Alright, so we have some charcoal with bone meal. Basically just kind of waiting for that to finish up. So what's the other quest? Bone stalker. So we get stock. Stock is made from mixing, it's a pot and certain things. I believe potatoes work. Otherwise bones. I don't think we have any more bones, unfortunately. And I don't really want to let the mob spawn, but we'd also need a pot, which is a bunch of iron or copper. So that's going to be a while before we do that. Now this desperate times thing, we could probably go ahead and do. I have 4 cactuses. I can't fill that up, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And does this not work? Can I just do something like this? Trying to collect the other chest and it's not working too well. Will this work? Alright, let's look. No, it's got to be fresh water. So what we can do, put that back in there, and we lost like a bunch of cactus, but that's okay. Can I turn this? How do I get fresh water? That is a good question. So it says fresh water or water bucket, so that's probably an iron watering bucket. Okay, so we'll get 2 more cactuses, and our temperature is going up again, but that's okay for now. Let's go ahead and just break this stuff. And we can get plenty more. This stuff grows fast enough. So cactus farm is going pretty well. That is almost is it all infested? Oh, cool. So we should be able to just go like this and get a bunch of infested leaves. And we'll also get the string with it, so that's awesome as well. Let's go ahead and chop down this tree. And I probably don't have, I guess I have a few saplings. Let's plant another sapling. Cool. So we have a bunch of string and a bunch of infested leaves that don't want to stack for some reason. But that was another quest, so let's take a look at this. So we're going to get 20 infested leaves, and now we can get slime balls and ice cubes. Seems like the silkworms make ice cubes. Huh. Interesting. That might be something we want to get, like, immediately. And there we go. Can I... So jellied slime, ice charged snowballs. Can I, like, eat this or something? No. Okay. So we might want to, depending on what time it is getting late, so we might want to go jump into the water. That might help a little bit. And that has... Alright, what we're going to do is we're just going to do one of these. And yeah, so this will cool us off a little bit. And then what we can do, once I get a bunch of sifting done and basically farm trees more and more, we're going to want to get some automation with that, but we'll worry about that a little bit later. So what all can we get? It's a 55% chance per ice cube, so that's actually really nice. And then slime balls are a little bit less. So I'm going to probably have to sift for a while. It's not too big of a deal, but I'd love to get a little bit of this stuff done. And here's 20 more. Do these stack? No. I don't know why they don't stack, but okay. Whatever. Now we are going to need to make another silk mesh. Later on, we're going to have iron meshes available to us, and that's going to be a little bit better. So we need 5 of each. We have 2 slime balls, so we need 3 more slime balls. This shouldn't take that long. But pretty much there's a couple different things that we're going to want to make relatively soon that's going to very much so help us get around our base and get to the cities and stuff like that relatively soon. So one more slime ball and I will sift the rest of these off camera. So sifting, yeah. I'm going to need to do a lot of sifting in between episodes, trying to get a lot of iron and stuff like that. We are also getting warm, so I'm probably going to want to go set into the water for a bit. I'm going to try to get that last, at least break the silk mesh. Let's go ahead and break the silk mesh. We have the ice cube quest now, and we can throw these in here. I have another silk mesh already made up. I went ahead and made 2. I don't remember why, I just kind of did. But this will cool us off pretty quickly, so we can go ahead and get some more slime balls and ice cubes. And then that's going to give us access to jellied slime. If I can spell gelled slime. So 1 around a whole bunch of ice cubes. That's actually not too bad. So let's cool off just a little bit more. Let's actually sleep before things start spawning. I want to have a nice wall and a nice lit area before we start working through the night. But piles of sand. Cool. So we can go ahead and make 3 sets of these gelled slime. And it's going to give us a thermometer. Let's go ahead and claim that. And then let's turn that off. And I want to see what it says. I guess it just tells you that, yeah, it's a pretty basic way of telling you that you're kind of warm. But arguably the icon in the middle, it tells you where temperature is going, though. That's interesting. So yeah, we're gonna need to put another cactus in this, and I can't. Alright, well, nice try, but I guess we're gonna have to do that. And let's go ahead and just put this there, and we can get 4 cactuses and there, and let it go. Alright, so a couple things that we can make. There is a slime shot. A sling slime, that's what it's called. slime sling. There we go. So it requires some slime balls and some string. This is incredibly useful. And if we can get some slime boots, which we'd make just green ones, these are also incredibly useful. So that is going to be important. Now, if we want to make all of this, this is going to give us a bunch of stuff. So let's see how much of this we can make. We can make chest plate. And that's about it. Now, does this... Let's see, because I'm curious. Armor, -1. Cool. So this actually helps with temperature. So if we sift more, we'll get more ice cubes. And things will be better. I'm honestly going to use the details on the left more than anything else. Sorry if you guys don't like that. If it's... I do apologize if it's kind of in the way. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's bearable, but it is something that I think is going to be useful, and honestly I don't see it too much cheatiness at all, really. But if you guys have a problem with it, apologies, but I'm going to use it. So what I'm going to do is let's see. Alright, this gelled slime, the recipe gave us 3, right? So we need 11, 16. That's 16. So we need 40 ice cubes. That's not too bad. So if we can sift that real quick, relatively quick, we can go ahead and make this armor, and I think that'd be a good place to stop for the episode. Now, some of the things we're going to need to start working towards sooner rather than later is getting more... we need to get a smeltery. But unfortunately, if we look at smeltery, we don't know how to make a smeltery. So that's a problem. We can make grout. That's not a problem. We can turn grout into seared brick. Seared furnace, controller, tinker tank. We can't make any of the smeltery components other than seared bricks, because that's not the same thing. So yeah, we have to go find one. There is a city off in the distance, much like Crash Landing. There is a city that we'll have to go to and kind of deal with. It'll be dangerous, there'll be all sorts of nastiness, and that's how we're going to get our smeltery. And that's something we're going to want sooner rather than later, because that's going to allow us to get a lot of good stuff. It's going to allow us to, should allow us to double ores and that kind of stuff. I'm not entirely sure about that, but we'll find out. We're just going to kind of take our time slowly. The big things that we need to worry about is water and food. Once we can get those taken care of, then we shouldn't have too much issue. Right now, our water is actually not too bad. So is this going to change my temperature at all? Or am I just wasting my time? I could make some more armor. Let's see what happens. I think it's going to stay the same. Yes. So let's go ahead and make a little bit more armor. And we can make hat and boots. And that will reduce our temperature by a lot. And we can start working on getting even more. So we need 2 more slime balls worth of stuff. So that's going to be 16 ice. So let's cool down just a little bit, and then we'll go do that. Now the armor, it looks like it changes the rate a little bit, but at the same time it keeps us, it doesn't keep us cool, it actually keeps us kind of maintained. So if it's cold, I think it keeps us cold, which is fine. That's, for where we are now, that's completely and utterly fine, because honestly, there's either cool or dead. Although I don't know how cold it gets at night, because I really haven't went outside at night. So, mysteries. But no, we'll get some more jelly slime. This is a nice, easy way to get slime balls, which we're going to then use to get a bunch of other stuff. We should honestly have enough for the slime boots and the slime sling here momentarily, honestly. If we want to go ahead and make that, we will before we go venturing, but honestly, I kind of want to make the best weapons I can before we go. Otherwise, we're going to have to be really stealthy, and I don't like stealth. I'm terrible at stealth games, so it's just kind of one of those things that we're going to have to go to the city and deal with a lot of mobs and darkness and just badness in general. But the reward should be there. And from what I've heard with the Sling slime, it's only like a couple of bounces and we're there. So, one of those things that, honestly, not a bad thing to try to go do. So we can get more. We did. Alright, so I'm going to put the ice cubes in there and extra slime balls. And like I said, I'm going to do a lot of sifting off camera. But we need 2 more sets. And now we have the slime leggings. Cool. So, there is yet another quest, and that's going to give us a bunch of stuff. Parsnip, spice leaf. I don't know why it's giving us half a heart. But the other thing is cooling coils. So the heat's really getting to you. There are such things as heating and cooling coils, you know. These will be placed in a room with a door, as they will not work outside in the open air. So basically what I can do is I can eventually turn this into a cooling room, where I just come in here and it's super cool. Basically air conditioning. So we have spice leaf, parsnip. We have a loot chest, which if it's anything like last time, it's going to be awesome. And let's go ahead and open it. Nether brick fence. Fire mill. Looks like it's about the only thing that's going to be good for is fire mill. But that's not something we're going to be getting into anytime soon, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so we need to get an unfired crucible and a lava bucket here soon. That's going to give us clay and ash. So unfired crucible is just more porcelain clay. I'm going to want to get a normal bucket of lava, a normal bucket rather, at some point, but for now, we're actually doing fairly well. I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. Next time, we're going to try to complete some of this stuff, and maybe start looking into a little bit more food stuff. We need to, let's see, this is going to require us to get spider eye soup, which should not be too bad to do. We have a couple spider eyes, so put those in there. And I just kind of need to figure out like what's going to be the best thing. Our armor is actually heating us up now. I guess it's trying to maintain our temperature a little bit. Or no, it's not heating us up. It's actually just slowing the rate down. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. I'm going to do a little bit of work and kind of plan out the next steps, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!